Hello YouTube, we are back. So, I was busy the other day. I went about doing the grinding like I said I would. Hello? Why are you taking your sweet time to load stuff? Anyway, that was interesting, I've never had that happen before. But anyway, as I was saying, I took my sweet time and leveled up stuff, so botanist is all the way at 60 now. I used the script things, the experience boosters from that first minor mission, and got them all the way to 60 from like 20. I also grinded out Goldsmith to level 60. So we can unlock the weekly stuff now. So we need to do that first, because literally in like 12, 13 hours, the weekly stuff will reset. So let's try to unlock as many of the weekly stuff as we can. So our priority will be crafting weekly whatever. Before I do this, since now I'm back on playing again, reduce rate. Save me 60 gil on that teleport. We got a lot of random stuff I want to unlock and whatnot. But I wanted to get this done because I want to get the scripts unlocked. Because the script stuff is really important. Oh, West Craftsman. Mayhap you have heard that Rowena's House of Splendors is expanding its operations. I am proud to say that these rumors are true. We have established a presence in Ilshire, far to the west in the Derveni hinterlands. Should you find yourself passing through, it may be prudent to introduce yourself to our representatives. Present this to them, and they will know you for one of our suppliers. Let's also, while we get it, get the blood of the builder. If I may, miss, you are a rather accomplished goldsmith, are you not? Have you perchance considered becoming a specialist? Such a decision is not made lightly, and of course, but I think it might be in your best interest. Seek Eldarin, the master craftsman in Ishgard. Show him this letter, and he will show you the way. Okay, Eldershire's next. There's also something else I want to unlock in Eldshire that I forgot. Like, altogether, I forgot. It's gonna be one of these, but I don't remember which one. I think this one. Yeah, it's this one. We'll come back to this. I gotta switch to my other class. Begging your pardons, miss, but I haven't got the time to chat right now. Well, I have a letter, so speak to me. One of my little sister's suppliers, eh? Well now, that's different. Pleased to make your acquaintance. As you can see, the house has come to Ilshire, but we've only just gotten started. It is our hope that, with the help of hardworking folks like yourself, it won't be long before we're the center of the trade in these parts. And we'll do it by becoming the premium source of collectibles. Bring us whatever you've got and we'll pay you fair value in scripts. May this be the beginning of a long, prosperous relationship. You can now trade collectibles to Rowena's House of Splendors in Shire. You may Also exchange scripts for items usable by the split of land or hand by speaking with nearby representatives. So, now that I have this unlocked, this is how you get like base gear higher level. So this is level 60 gear for crafting and stuff. It's very easy to just get this because then you can like turn in these collectible things. You just make some if you want. They give you experience and give you scripts. So I mean, it's useful to have this ability unlocked if you need the scripts. And there's difference between crafting and as you see the purple symbol changes. There's gathering scripts and crafting scripts. So if you get a really good crafter, you can get the other stuff. There's also other things. Is it here? Yeah. Right? Yeah. You need to unlock some of these things to get access to some of the folklore like items you can get. Legendary fish or so on. So this is kind of like a grind out station for like gatherers and stuff. You've already kind of seen how to make the stuff because like the stuff I made at the Illushire was the same kind of thing. The higher the quality of it, the more experience we get and whatnot. Arms wide open. Well, if it ain't one of our most reliable collectors, got anything good for us today? Actually, hold that thought. Just remembered that I've got something for you for a change. Favor to ask. You wouldn't happen to know a girl by the name of... I always want to say like Zoe, but it's Glow. Alapa? Would you? Sweet little thing, born into poverty. She worked her tail off for my sister until she'd paid off every last gill of her family's debt. Recently, she struck out on her own, renting out a corner of the hard place to run her own shop. Girl's got a nose for coin. That's a match for anyone in the realm. But she can also be a bit scatterbrained, which is what's keeping us up at night. We'd like nothing more than to stick by her side till she gets her new operation off the ground. But needless to say, we got plenty on our own plates. That's where you come in. So what do you say? Think you can pay her a visit and see that the girl's making ends meet? It didn't mean a whole lot to Rowena and me. Okay. Weekly thing obtained. She's one of the weekly ones. He is too eventually. I don't remember how you unlock him exactly. Yes. I'm Zoe Aliapa? Aliapa? I don't know. However, did you know? However, did you know? Am I famous? That's so exciting. And also somewhat terrifying. But most certainly exciting. Oh, but pray tell, whoever might you be? Mistress Jamilona sent you to look after me. Why, how sweet of her to ask. And you to come, of course. Speaking of sweets, have you tried Akuyara's pineapple pudding? It's so smooth and sensuous and... where was I? Oh, of course. I'm doing quite well. Thank you for asking. With a loan I took out from Mistress Rowena, I rented out a room here in the cellars of the hard place. Can you guess what I'm using it for? Actually, let me just tell you. I'm running an orphanage. I call it Minfiona's Arms because it's like she's holding the orphans and keeping them safe in her arms. Get it? I'm still new to this, but I've already learned so much. For one thing, running an orphanage is really expensive, so I've had to skip on a few luxuries. Food, clothing, and the like. But the last thing I ate was his pineapple pudding, and I had to make a single bowl last the week. The week. It was a rather large bowl, mind you, but still. But this isn't about me, it's about the children and everything I could be doing for them. If only I had more gil in my coffers. Don't worry, though. Zola has a plan. What sort of plane, you asked? You're looking at it. I've started my trading business. Right here in this little corner of the Hard Palace, I acquire rare treasures and relics from the realm over, and sell them to wealthy collectors for princely sums. Oh, if only I could marry a prince, all my worries would be... Wait, what were we talking about? Hmm? What's in it for my suppliers, you asked? I was just getting to that. Seeing as how I'm on such good terms with Mistress Loretta, you see, I was thinking I could pay them back in scripts they could spend at the House of Splendors. I haven't actually asked her yet, of course, but I'm sure she'll say yes. Did I mention that we were really, really good friends? You know a thing about crafting, too. I knew this was Zoe's lucky day. Almost as lucky as the day when that nice old man paid 10 times what that stone was worth. A whole 100 gil. Just because I reminded him of his granddaughter. Anyhow, what do you say? You can be Zoe's #1 procurement specialist if you'll do it, won't you? For the children? Oh, you're the best. Absolute best. I knew it from the moment I saw your face. With you on my side, Zoe's House of Almost Splendors, I'm still working on the name. We'll be turning a profit in no time, and Manfinia's arms will spread wide to hold every poor orphan in a loving embrace. Anyhow, let's make it this official, Lily, was it? Zoe is oh so looking forward to doing business with you. Did I say that for every collectible you bring to me, I'll pay you in scripts redeemable at Rowena's House of Splendors? I did? Good. Because that's exactly what I'll be doing. Provided Rowena approves, of course, which she will, I promise. That's how Rowena pays her hard-working employees, after all. No gil, just scripts. Why, I can still remember her counting them out. 1 script, 2 script, red scripts, blue scripts. She'll be positively thrilled that Zoe's following in her footsteps. I just know it. 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish? Really? I see the sparkle of curiosity in your eye, but Zoe, yes, without any guilt to your name, however, did you purchase food, drink, and other basic essentials of daily life? You weren't wondering that? Well, Zoe will tell you anyway. At Rowena's House of Splendors, you can purchase an enormous flagon of pineapple juice for the low, low price of 130 scripts. And who needs food when you have pineapple juice? Not Zlo. That's for sure. Mmm, pineapples. But where were we? Oh, you're probably wondering exactly what sort of treasures I'm looking for. Well, I'd be happy to explain. Zoe has her eyes set on exotic treasures of Near Eastern make and design. A little bird told Zoe that Near Eastern culture is all the rage among the Ishgardian nobility these days. And who is Zoe to disappoint such potentially generous customers? I'm counting on you, friend, and remember, so are the children. As you can see, she talks a mile a minute. I mean, holy shit. Okay, so let's see what it is that she needs. Custom deliveries. We need to get it to 5 hearts, but you can only deliver 6 items to any delivery in the week. So if we do 6 now, later tonight at like 3 AM, we can do another 6. Because it'll reset in 14 hours. So I need Near Eastern Teak. Near Eastern Antique component materials, and we'll need 2. It only takes 1 there, so. You can buy the major pieces, but it's easier to get a higher thing if you buy and like make it yourself. I don't remember if we need to make 3 or 6 to start, so let's do this. Yeah, I have nearly what I want for gear in here, so this is gonna be a little harder than normal. That takes me so many to get there, I can't even get the quality up. Come on, give me a good quality. Damn, that was unfortunate. They didn't give me any good quality. I haven't upgraded my gear because I haven't really done anything with the scripts, which I normally would. So that's kind of unfortunate. You don't have time to really grind it out though before. Better to deliver and start leveling her up than not do anything. Hey, I got really lucky in getting a high quality of that one. Oh, here we go. That was a good one to get. They have a lot of chances to get good, but they're not giving me the condition. That condition goes from normal to anything else, then like kind of set. Look how much higher I have with just a couple of them hitting good. I got 2 of them. Only 22 without a condition. Yeah, we're gonna definitely have to get the gear up, but that's fine. I'm like hoping the condition changes to like excellent or good while I'm building it there, but it just doesn't want to. This is gonna be a nightmare. Jesus, I'm not even gonna be able to make it there. Yeah, I'm not even gonna be able to make it. That doesn't even qualify as being good enough. Jesus. It tells you what gear really matters. Which I'll have way better gear next time. I don't even think I'll be able to make this one into something usable. Maybe if I can qualify there, because that's low level quality, but but I used that, so I won't be able to. Yeah, no, this is just gonna be a bust. Use too much CP. Look, here. This is get a group. But while we're at it, we did make one that was good enough. One is good enough. This one is not good enough. The quality is not within one of the ranges. It doesn't work. Yes. Just explaining how this works. As you see here, if it's at least 20, you'll get this. You get 30 friendships. So the friendship stuff doesn't change. Gil, scripts, and well, it looks like the experience doesn't change either. Only the scripts. So we'll be getting 117 for this one because this one is, what is it? 119. So it's not high enough to be this one, but it's over this one. So we'll be getting 117 scripts. The middle one. Whoops. With the Ace Guardians taking a greater and greater interest in foreign nations of late, trinkets and treasures from the Near East are in great demand. This is just what they're looking for. Now, let's take a closer inspection. Why, this is lovely. My customers will be overjoyed to see something so beautiful. I can't thank you enough, Lily. In making your first delivery, you have begun to earn Zola's trust. With each successful delivery, Zoe will grow more and more satisfied with your efforts. Fill the gauge completely, and Zoe's satisfaction level will increase, giving the opportunity to learn more about your business partner. You can make up to 6 deliveries in a given week, deliver the items that she needs, and deliver them often to win the trust and praise of your new business partner. Wanted to see how far did that. Okay, so yeah, I think it's only 3. So we need to make 3 more useful ones. And I usually focus on gathering, so I think I'm going to focus on crafting on this character. I usually do the weeklies as gatherers, so. Okay, that one became high quality. As you see, they give pretty good experience too. 50,000 for that. Mind you, I need like, you know, a million whatever, but. Perfect. Too high quality, so let's do that real quick. See if we can get 2 more high quality, and then we can get another 200 scripts. I forget if it's 500 or 300. We might be close to being able to get a level 60 weapon or tool. Probably moving forward every week, even if I'm not uploading the video, I will do like one video doing these weekly deliveries. And then I'll upload them as, you know, because they are very, every time you level them up, there's another little story piece of that character, as they said in that thing. So I don't want to do them off screen, at least until we max out. There's no point in doing them off screen, because then you'll miss like their story. That's what I want. I want to get like good while I'm working on the or excellent. See, even if you have a bad like gear on, if you get lucky with the condition, you can make them pretty good. And that is a really nice thing. But it'll cost you a lot more resources doing it that way, like hoping. So obviously it's better to just have better gear. Just working on getting one more to trigger for high quality. Get one more high quality, and then we'll make the third one. And like I said, probably if I do these weekly ones, I'll turn them in on screen, but I'll probably build them off screen. So you won't have to watch this process. Mind you, like, making these on my main crafter and stuff, like, I don't struggle making them once I have the gear. It's just I don't have the gear. I'm like crafting level 60 things with level 50 gear without accessories and everything else, so I'm hurting for crafting. That's just how it is. Just give me one more. Be lucky again and give me one really good either conditioning where I get it high enough, or get lucky and like a 10% gives me a high quality piece. I'm really out here saying, no, you don't deserve it. If I need at least 50%, I don't really expect anything. Because I've gotten low quality when I've had it at 99% before, so it is really just RNG once you get that. If you get unlucky or lucky, it's just whatever. There we go. Got an 18% prop. It is 100% because I don't have a good weapon, by the way. Or a good tool. I keep calling it a weapon. I mean, I guess in a way it is. It's just the same thing. Thanks to you, I've got so many Near Eastern treasures that I barely have space for them all. Fortunately, Zoe knows some very wealthy individuals who can hardly wait to take them off her hands. Teehee. I'm happy to say that your Near Eastern treasures have found no end of fans among the Ishgardian aristocrats. I always forget how to say that. I mean, it's the aristocrat, like, but why? With only the funds that I've poured in thus far, I can safely say that Mafina's arms will stay welcomely wide open for, well, at least the next couple of days or so. But is Zoe going to rest on her laurels? Perish the thought, not when there are countless children still yearning for warmth and love. I can count on you, can I, Lily? Yeah, you can. Oh, thank you. This calls for celebration. Why, yes, I think I'll treat myself to that last bite of pineapple pudding I've been saving since last week. If anyone deserves it, it's you, Miss Zoe. Zoe? I really wish I knew how to say the name, but they never say her name. You're always working so hard to put food on our plate. Hello, lady. Who are you? This is Lily, a famous adventurer. She's the one who's helping Miss Zoe turn her trading business around. You're an adventurer, Miss Lily? My mummy and daddy are adventurers too. I wish you could meet them. Mummy and daddy are the strongest adventurers I've ever seen. They're always keeping the people of Ildishire safe from nasty monsters, or at least they were. The other day, they went off to hunt something called a leet mark. They said they'd be home by sundown, but I haven't seen them since. Miss Zoe says they probably just got lost. Anyway, I was so scared and lonely all by myself, and then I met Miss Zoe. I'm just gonna start saying Zoe. They say her name too much. She's been so nice to me. Just like a big sister. Sometimes she forgets to unlock the door or feed us, but I know that's just because she's busy. Right, Miss Zoe? I just met you, Miss Lily, but I like you too. Anyway, I'm going to go now. My best friend promised she'd tell me a story about dragons, and I just love dragons. See you later, Miss Zoe. Miss Lily. The kid's taller than me. That's... Ebe? Ebe? Just between the two of us, search parties have been scouring the land and for any sign of her parents, but nothing. I know I shouldn't get the poor girl's hopes up, but I simply haven't the heart to tell her the truth. Besides, Infinia may still work a miracle yet. The day after her parents disappeared, poor little Kebe rushed out from her home to the city gates. She waited day and night in the beating rain and blustery wind, just so she could greet her dear mother and father with a smile. The very moment they returned home. When I found her, she was sniffling and shivering in the cold. That was when my inspiration struck. I would start an orphanage right here in Ildershire and take in all the poor children like Kebab who were crying out for a gentle helping hand. And that's why I must keep to the task. When Finna's arms must spread wider and wider, that no children need know such pain and loneliness ever again. Is it supper time yet? Now I'm a friend to the orphanage. I was pleased with your effort. She now considers you a friend of the orphanage. And yet there's still much work to be done before the finances of Menfina's arms are stable. To that end, Zoe Elia has a new favor to ask of you. Thanks to you, we're doing better than we were. At least Zoe's paying the rent now. But I'm afraid to say Infinity's Arms is still a long way from achieving true financial stability. So Zoe got to thinking, perhaps we've been doing ourselves a disservice by limiting our dealings to the Ishgardian nobility, no matter how wealthy and generous they might be. That's why Zoe's decided to look the realm over and look big. I'm talking about consortiums, cooperatives, and conspiracies? Commiserations? That doesn't sound right. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I found a promising new client, Mr. Jijiruji of the Jijiruji Shipping, the dude on the beach. Have you been to his resort at Costa del Sol, Lily? They say the sun shines bright on the waters. Shines bright on waters clear every day of every year. Tee? That rhymed, didn't it? Anyway, I had an idea. What sort of rare trinkets and treasures do you think might tickle the fancy of those who live in a world of endless summer? If you're thinking cool and refreshing relics from the bleak, blustery highlands of Perthis, then I guess great minds think alike. Yes, this is the perfect opportunity to build upon the foundation we've laid. What do you say, Lily? Are you with me? So, anytime they level up, they change the item they need. So now we need to make Prithian Souvenir, which requires a different ingredient. But let's also check what we can get. I want the weapon specifically, so let's see. We might not be able to get the weapon, the tool. Oh, we can. Perfect. Goldsmith. Let's find Goldsmith. Here we go. Alright, look at this upgrade we're gonna get. From 52 and 30 to 300, yeah, it's gonna be way easier to build with this weapon. Can we get anything? Can we get any of the accessories too? Give us accessories at the bottom. I don't remember yet. They are. These give more by default, so let's go earrings first. And oh, we can afford one of the rings too. Okay. We're getting there. That'll help us. Oh, I didn't look how many I needed. Sometimes you need a shit ton. Okay, one to make the components. We need 2 components. Okay. I know one of the deliveries requires 4 of the components, so it takes quite a bit. Let's see, we went from 40 to 91 a hit, so that's quite an upgrade of what we had. Obviously, that was an excellent one. Just observe so before it goes away. So something you can do here, I think you have to be level 55 to turn it in as a crafter. But you can make it on any crafter. So I could make these on the goldsmith, and then when I have another one that's 55, I can turn in and get a credit on a different crafter. So this is really good to level crafting and stuff at higher levels. Just doing weekly stuff. No real struggle kind of thing. As you see how much easier it is now that I have a little bit more CP and more crafting with the weapon. It's very good to do this. This is why I like having the weeklies, especially when I'm trying to re-equip. So, also once you get max level for a custom delivery, there's a chance that either the gathering, the fishing, or the crafting is going to give bonus experience. And it's like double the scripts and double the experience. So it's good to work on that because it can take a few weeks to like max out one delivery one. So it's good to have many of them maxed out. That is if you're into doing all this crafting stuff to begin with and whatnot. Obviously, if you're not crafting, it's irrelevant to you, but... brain. My brain went burr. I forgot what I was doing. So much easier though. We're getting them. There's no gambling. It's always getting to 99 or 100%. I mean, I've gotten a little bit lucky with the shit though, but still. So yeah, the souvenirs take to make. Should be fine to push in more too. probably still gonna take us quite a bit to get to the... See? There we got the max quality of it. So you can tell by the color. If it's below this, it's not good to turn in. If it's blue, it's the first one. If it's the orange, it's the second one. And if it's this like light green, it's the best. So having the quality here to here does not matter. Like, it gives you the same credit no matter where. So you just need to actually change this to this color. Like, I could try to get it a little higher. It doesn't. I don't need it a little higher, so it doesn't really matter. Just a waste of time otherwise. Let's see why I wanted to unlock this weekly stuff to work on my crafters, because it's easy to get extra levels, it's easy to get more experience in the scripts, and it progresses a thing that you can't progress any other way. So it's just like, it's good to have. I'm not sure I'm actually able to unlock any other custom deliveries. I think some of them might need to be 70? Not sure. So we'll see. This one's kind of close because we haven't actually gotten anything. I got 3. I generally say make 3 at a time, just because I think it's 6 in the higher levels, but if you do the same person every week, you're gonna change it after 3. Back, Lily, I'm just happy to say that the children are smiling more and more with each passing day. And now we'll get 160 scripts. The Crithis Highlands are home to all sorts of treasures of cool Austria beauty. I don't know what that is. Auster. The wealthy patrons of Costa del Sol are sure to pay a good price for something this exotic and enticing. Now let's take a close look. Oh, Lily, it's absolutely stunning. So stunning that it's a shame I have to sell it. But I will make the ultimate sacrifice for the children. It was 62. I'll say the same thing. Also, once you have them maxed out, they rotate what it is every week. So you don't have to worry about, it might be the Kurthus thing again if you max out. Why, Lily, you've been working your tail off this week, haven't you? Speaking of tails, I really wish the orphan boys would stop pulling mine. Don't they realize how much that hurts? Anyway, I think you've earned yourself a much-needed rest. Don't go too far, though. Zoe's counting on you to help keep Mefina's arms going strong. You have delivered the weekly maximum of items to Zoe. You may begin making deliveries again starting Tuesday at 3 a.m. Earth time. Okay, I can look. But yeah, see, it only went up halfway this time. So 3 items is going to level her up next time. And then we'll have 3 towards the next bar. Yeah, we'll keep doing that. Let's go fix up more of our stuff. Let's get the rest of the accessories first, and then we'll work on other stuff. So we want another ring. We need that, and we need that. So now we have 200 yet to spend. Let's find the goldsmith again. What's the difference? Quite a bit. Let's go ahead and get the better wheel. Okay, so now we have all the level 60 hand. And so the accessories work for all classes, where the level 60 gear is specific to the crafter. So once I get another level 60 crafter, they can use all these accessories. I don't need to get new ones. Okay. Now, before we consider leaving here, I do want to unlock Chloe's thing. Which is this one. See what else we get here. Disarmed is that. Striking opportunity, I'm not 100% sure. That's a hard dungeon. I think that's a relic thing or something, I'm not sure. But this is what I wanted to unlock. I always forget to do this. This is something too that's weekly, that's very relevant to do if you're doing daily stuff, but whatever. Lovecraft. Lily Lovecraft? Gods, it really is you! I've heard the songs and tales, but to think the day would come that I'd meet you in the flesh. Whatever have I done to deserve such an honor? Drat, of all the days to forget to polish my armor, she must think I'm a total bumpkin. But wait, dare I ask? No, I daren't. Impose on such a hero. Oh, but what is the harm in trying? Yes, I must try. You see, I'm in a bit of a bind, a pickle if you will. You see, I've just taken a task of sorts, a task far, far beyond the abilities of a two-gill greenhorn like myself. But you, yes, a realm-renowned hero like you could tackle this monumental task in your sleep, blindfolded and with both arms and a leg tied behind your back. So you do it for me, yes? Wonderful. Just head over to Rowena's and tell Chloe Pooey you're there to help. Did I say Chloe Pooey? Or I meant Chloe Alpo. Leopo, however you say that. That isn't just my silly little nickname for her. And I certainly haven't been frequenting her shop every day for the past 2 moons, that her ever so cute little smile might brighten my dark and dreary days. But I blabbered on enough, haven't I? Ta-ta! Why are you stalking a little girl, sir? I hope you're doing that because of her sister. Chloe. Hey there, lady. I'm Chloe. Chloe Eliopo. And who might you be? Lily Lovecraft. The Lily Lovecraft? From all the stories? Wow, you're like a legend. A real living, breathing legend. This is so exciting. Did I tell you I love stories? Well, I do. And not just listening to them. I'm pretty good at telling them, too. I have this friend whose mommy and daddy went away and never came back. And, well, she gets lonely and cries sometimes. So I tell her stories to cheer her up. That's right, stories of brave adventurers like you. She likes my stories. She stops crying and even starts smiling and laughing. Seeing her happy makes me happy too, but lately, she's just been staring off into space again. It must be my fault. I bet all my stories are starting to sound the same. But then I had an idea. Do you know what that is? What it is? I'll ask great adventurers like you to tell me your stories, and then I'll put them together to make new stories of my own. It's a really great idea, right? Tell me you think so too. Yeah, it's amazing. So will you help me? Marina gives me all sorts of things when I work hard. So if you do this for me, I can give some of them to you. What sort of things? Well, tone stones for one. And well, all things of other special stuff. But not my Mandragora pin. But that's all mine. So do me a favor. Remember all your bestest stories and write them in this book. Here. I call it Chloe's Wondrous Tales because I have a tail and tell tales. Get it? Every time your stories help me, every time your stories help me come up with a new tale of my own, I'll give you a present. It'll be a lot of fun for both of us, don't you think? Thanks, Lily. And by the way, you're even cuter than I pictured you from the stories. Teehee. If you can't tell by the names, this is Zoe's sister. Then the journal is a card with 16 squares. Yeah, I'll show it off. So these are like the criterias. There's other things you can do, of course, but like depending on how many lines you get different things. But the primary thing you do here, um, is you gotta fill this out before it's no, it says deadline is so it's maybe 2 weeks. Unless it's no. But anyway, if you don't turn it in time, even if you have the lines, it's like, oh, it's past the deadline. Do you want a new tale? So this is like a weekly, bi-weekly thing or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, they have the deadline on it and whatnot. Now, the next thing... Where's this one? That's a dungeon, that's a dungeon, that's a dungeon. I don't know what a striking opportunity is. I think the unexpected proposal is a relic weapon. From Rowena, right? Yeah. Pretty sure this is a... Yeah, it's a relic weapon. I've only done the relic weapon thing once, and that was the Realm Reborn one, so... I believe this is just like nothing really big. Okay, let's get out of there. Now, also let's quickly get rid of this dungeon and mission for the Maelstrom. That's something I want to get rid of. I don't think I can actually unlock anybody else. It's possible. We'll definitely attempt it. Then go to the Foundation after this. I just want to slowly get rid of things we don't need, you know. Hey, adventure. Wait, do not tell me Nedrick sent you. Tell me this, adventure. Do you know how the Arium Vale earned its most enticing name? Well, allow me to enlighten you. The cave is rich with sulfur and mithril ore, which, through reactions with the groundwater, combine to exude golden-hued fumes. A beautiful sight, that is, until you realize the damn death clouds are burning your chest from within. If you still wish to take your life in your hands, I'll not be the one that stops you, but do try not to get killed. I've dragged enough corpses out of the Vale to last me a lifetime. Also, let's unsync it. No point in doing it synced, we just want the clear. And we should be high enough with enough abilities to get through it. And just fine. Should. Not that I have a companion, but I'll put on my tank stand. You definitely don't have to do this entire room. It's honestly a waste of time. Hey, locksmith. Just debuff. What did it do? A layer of sulfuric sludge is built up on your body. Go in here, eat the fruit, and you'll get rid of it. Literally the mechanic of the game is the damn fruit. Heals you. I don't know actually what it does, to be perfectly honest. I would just come here after the fact to clear it out quickly. And you know, I don't know if it's guaranteed every time, but I always get a little marble seething minion when I play this dungeon. So I feel like it's a guarantee to get the minion, but if not, it's very high chance. But yeah, this is one of the things I wanted to do just because it's like super quick and easy. Since we're so much higher now at this point. Because this was a Realm Reborn dungeon. Takes a moment. Consider. Sleep tight. The butter round up. Do. Don't mind me. Just coming on through. These fruits, if you let them survive, they spawn the seedlings. Obviously, in a normal situation, I would not be doing that much damage, so they're a little harder to take out than that. Oh, thought I had more. I like how they can't, like, even touch me. Like, level is significant in some cases. We're already at the boss. It wouldn't take long. I got a burrs in me. But guess what? You ain't even surviving, bitch. He keeps putting a debuff on you, and you have to use the fruit to get rid of it. But I don't even remember what it does, because again, I usually do this dungeon like this, so the mechanics kind of don't exist because of my level. It's dug into your flesh, so it says. So yeah. It doesn't even fully tell me what it is. Miser's Folly, I got a music thing. More stuff to give off to the guild. What other ones do I need for the hunting log? I know I need to do the hunting log too. Goblin Desert. East Shroud Larks. Okay, those are half stone. Let's try to do these real quick. See if I can get this out of the way too. That way we can rank up ourselves in the thing. recommended is what I want. Somewhere in the Goblin desert. I don't remember where the... Where the Yamalja are up here. Are they over here? If I remember right, there's like a little camp of them, but I can't remember. Yes. So the one should be here, yeah. I don't want to join the fucking fate. I'll just smash him real quick. Need 3. That's done. And the other one is somewhere here. Because this one will unlock something too, so I want to... Like I said, it'll unlock something, so I kind of want to do it just so we can, I can show it off. That requires me to do the other hunting log. Okay, East Shroud. Looking for a sylph. I'm pretty sure it was a sylph, because I think that's where East Lark is. Or Lark's Call, or whatever it is. Oops. It's like right here somewhere. I usually do this a lot earlier, so it's usually a lot harder. I'm usually like level 50 or something when I'm doing it. I'm so much higher that I'm just swatting them away. Because the other ones just don't give a fuck. They're like, I don't care. Do it if you want to. What's the other one now? One more. The Huggin. So Western Lonosia, Halfstone. Okay. Airport will be closer to Halfstone. I also want to unlock the other tribes, but I feel like that's gonna take. Well, one of them is gonna be its own video. There's so much to unlock it. I mean, if you wanna shoot at me, I'll take you out too, I don't care. Get back. Be able to rank up now. See, this is who I was talking about when we were on the wall. She was there. She's our little leader here. I have no doubts that you would triumph, Sergeant, but swiftness and surety with which you have done so is impressive indeed. As head of the foreign levy, I dare say I've never been prouder of an adventurer under my command. Rest assured that your deeds have been conveyed to the powers that be. I look forward to the day when I can congratulate you on a well-deserved promotion. Till sea swallows all. Apply for promotion. To qualify your next promotion, you must complete a trial as well as complete the grant. Yeah. I see that you've already accomplished both. Very well, I shall make the necessary arrangements for your promotion. You are currently Chief Storm Sergeant. To qualify for Second Storm Lieutenant, you must meet the following requirements. And I have plenty. In the name of the Admiral, I hereby appoint you the rank of Second Storm Lieutenant. By this promotion, you are now eligible to transfer between the three grand companies of Eorzea. In order to entice more capable individuals to join the grand companies, the Alliance leaders recently introduced a system which allows members of one organization the freedom to transfer to another. If you wish to swift your allegiance, you may do so by speaking with the personal officer of the grand company you wish to join. The procedure incurs a registration fee, though this payment is waived the first time you transfer. In addition to this privilege, you are also entitled to purchase land or an apartment in one of the residential districts established for adventure use. If you have an interest in owning an estate or other property, I suggest you consult the resident caretaker in the district you fancy, blah blah blah. Among other things, you'll be able to learn how to go about purchasing a plot of land and building a hall upon it. Lieutenant Lovecraft, I'm certain that your duties with the Maelstrom demand much of your time already, but if I might have a word. I'll get right to the point, Lieutenant. The higher-ups have authorized plans to form a specialized squad, and we're on the lookout for a reliable leader. Your name was at the top of the list. You would be responsible for training and commanding a number of adventurer subordinates, and the position also comes with the possibility of further promotion. What say you, Lieutenant? Are you ready to lead? Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Outstanding. To get you acquainted with your second in command right away. It's an honor to be serving with you, Lieutenant Lovecraft. In my capacity as your aide, I'll be filling the role of Squadron Sergeant. And these eager troopers are the inaugural members of our squadron. Form up! Every one of them is a fledgling adventurer who enlisted in hopes of following in your legendary footsteps. They're green to the military, aye, but we'll harden them up soon enough. When you've a moment to spare, stop by the barracks and we can discuss their training and deployment in greater detail. I'll leave it to you then, Commander. do you think? I'll admit they're raw as soldiers go, but they certainly have potential. I look forward to seeing what you can do with them. Right, I won't keep you any longer. Your squad's barracks can be found through the door at the back of the command room. May the navigator guide you to victory. Adventure squadrons unlocked. You are now the commander of an adventure squadron. Enter the Maelstrom barracks and speak with your squadron sergeant to issue deployment orders. Oh, I want to apply for promotion. Oh, it's gotta be for a low level. Probably my Fisher. Okay. Free experience. Let's turn in all this stuff. Just some more seals since we just burned through like 9,000. I like her outfit. One person that was standing next to me. So this is a whole other thing. You can change their class if you want. It changes like their stats. I'm blind. I am blind. I was like, where's the other one? I was inspired by your countless deeds of heroism. Challenge the limits of my abilities as you challenge yours. To serve both my grand company and my fellow Eorzeans as bravely as you do. Eventually, you get the ability to... Oh, yeah. Eventually, you can glamour their gear, too. So you can make them look like whatever you want as well. Welcome to the Squadron Barracks, Commander. I've been fully debriefed on this new initiative, and stand ready to answer any questions you might have. First and foremost, however, we'll need to increase the number of squadron members. We have 3 recruits at present, but our squadron won't be ready to deploy until we have at least 4. Your own deeds as an adventurer should serve to attract new recruits. All you need to do is choose from the hopefuls who submit their enlistment papers. By completing categories in your challenge log, you will occasionally attract new recruits at your... So, like, when we do the crafting, it's like, oh, you've done so many high quality crafting this week, or oh, Dungeon Master, you've done so many dungeons this week. Every time that happens, there's a chance to get a recruit show up. You can check if recruits are available by opening the timers. Visit the barracks and read the enlistment papers to decide which recruits. Where do you even see that? No new recruit. Oh, you can see it here. Okay. Alright, so we need to get a new recruit before we can do anything else. But a lot of this stuff in here is like time-based, and I always fucking forget to do this. I did this very thoroughly on my original character. I think I only had like 1 mission left to do that was like a promotion-related one or whatever. But we need to complete this thing before we can get it up in our grand company and all. But I need to get another recruit before I can continue that, so I did want to unlock that though, because I didn't want to do that off screen randomly, you know. What else do I want to do? I guess we could do this too, because I want to do... I want to get to, that anyway, so yeah, that worked. We'll see about the. Yeah, we need to pick up the other. Yeah, we need to pick up the other ones too. I did look, Sage is 70 and Reaper as well. But we can pick up the other ones. I'll probably do that in its own video because I'll do like the first quest of each one and that'll probably take up like a full couple hours. I have forged weapons and armors for heroes and catered banquets for royalty. I have conducted potions to heal the dying, woven great banners for nations, and just last week I won the Ishgardian Fine Woodworking Association Award for Best Chair. What have you built of late? I didn't need to hear your sass. I have a letter. Oh, so Riona thinks you have the skill enough to become a specialist, does she? She has yet to steer me wrong. We whom the builder has blessed with talent are tempted to learn every trade as we should. That said, even when we masters must come to accept our limitations, one can specialize in no more than 3. You must decide which disciplines are the most important to you, and which ones are but passing fancies. If the builder does indeed guide your hands, then I would see them set to purpose. Come, take this soul of the crafter. For now it is but a token of what you may yet become. When you have chosen your path, present it to me, and your journey as a specialist will begin. You get 3, and then the specialist. Learn careful observation. Oh, you can now specialize in crafting disciplines. By trading a soul of the crafter to Alderin, you can obtain a specialized soul, which will allow you to become a specialist in that particular discipline. Specialists will be able to access unique actions that allow for more efficient and higher quality. That word. In their specialized fields. Please note that you may select no more than 3 different disciplines in which to specialize. So the crafter exchange. So, upon what path would the builder have you walked? Goldsmith. A goldsmith, eh? Attune with the soul of the goldsmith's past and receive the certification as a specialist. Yes. Hold your head high, goldsmith. Fear now. A specialist, take up your soul and make great works in the builder's name. So now we have the ability to use that. Do nothing for 1 step, preserving the status of any actions presently in effect. Is used upon execution, can only be used up to 3 times per item. Action does not increase the step. As we get higher level, we have other ones. But you have to use an item for it. I personally so rarely use these. But you never, like, I assume on the higher ones it probably is good. We got a ways to go though. level is shape for that one. What? It increases both of them at the same time. Oh, it's all the way up at 88. At a certain point, I use prudent more than I use other stuff. Because it's higher quality. 100% and uses half, but it uses CP, so you need a lot of CP for it. Why not? A lot of good skills, though, at the higher up. Fucking birds on my head again. Anyway, that's what a specialist is about. Let's go to the firmament and see how far we can get through the firmament missions. Because there's a ton of talking in those, I believe. But I think we're not going to be able to do any of them until we get to 70. We might see it. Like, we might unlock it, but I don't think we can actually progress. There's no other requests here, so we do have to continue here. Ah, if it isn't good Mistress Lily. Though you may have seen me attending Lord Frencel, I've not had the pleasure of introducing myself. I am his manservant. Fun Creno? I don't know how you say that. I would like to offer my personal thanks for lending your aid to my lord. Yours is an inspiring presence to him. Of course. Owing to the collective effort of all involved, the new nest stands completed. Such was my lord's joy, 'twas as if he were a young boy again. He now seeks to settle folk in the district, and is personally reaching out to those citizens who were displaced by the war and the subsequent unrest. Ahem, about that. Mr. Ogbert, by your tone, I take it you harbor some concerns. Aye, that I do. Thanks to Francel's encouragement, some folk have already moved into the district. Many more are dragging their feet. To hear the talk, they're afraid that the rent will be too expensive, or that they'll put themselves at the mercy of the heartless nobles, and a whole host of other reasons. In order to encourage the settlement, the firmament offers various incentives to residents, such as tax relief and employment initiatives. Mayhap this knowledge has not been sufficiently disseminated to the public. I thought exactly. That he's late to return is because he's struggling to win folk over, I'd wager. On that note, Lily, I was wondering if you'd mind searching for him and see how he's faring. I too would be grateful were you to look in on my lord. You will find him in the berm, speaking with the residents, I believe. Let me out. Let me out of here. What is this one? Oh, the Sky Steel. Okay. This is a sad mission. And then this. Oops. This is a sad mission because you need to be level 80. You get a Sky Steel prototype weapon, but it's like not as good as the one you can just pop out with the other. And it takes so much effort to get it. I'm just like, oh. Ansel, I'm here. Will you not tell me why you do not wish to live in the firmament? What is it that worries you so? Ah, Lily, you could not have come at a better time. You may have heard that I am in the process of settling citizens in the firmament. While some could not pack their belongings quickly enough, others are proving resistant to the idea, such as Dane here and her daughter, Noelle. Begging your pardon, but aren't you the savior of Ishgard? It's an honor, my lady. We're grateful for the invitation, we truly are. We couldn't possibly afford to live in a shiny new district. Even before our home in Brno was burned, we were barely getting by. Besides, given who we are, we don't have the right. In my mind, the firmament is for the people such as they first and foremost, who lost their homes to the fires of the conflict. And if they themselves do not wish it, I cannot well force them to move. They have employment initiatives for residents, they have tax relief for residents. In the firmament, the sky's the limit. They have employment initiatives for residents. Truly? If that's the case, it's not out of the question for us. Perhaps I should do it. Yes, if not for myself, then for my little girl. All right, I humbly accept. Glad am I to hear it. Pray see to your preparations then, and come to the firmament when you are ready. And all it took was a few words from you. You truly hold sway over people, my friend. Of course, such trust comes not overnight. It is the product of your many selfless deeds. Despite being falsely accused of a crime and driven to the ends of the realm, you did not surrender to despair. On the contrary, you dedicated yourself to the plight of others, and ultimately guided our war-weary nation upon the path to peace. In some ways, we have walked similar paths, but my struggles are trifling things compared to yours. My name carries not the same weight, and my words have not the same power over the hearts of my fellow man. But the Fury take me if I allow the restoration effort to founder on account of my personal failings. The health and happiness of the people are at stake. Therefore, I ask you, will you not aid me in the running of the firmament? With you beside me, I feel that there is no difficulty I cannot overcome. You needn't answer right this moment. Please take your time to think on it. I'll do it. You agree to aid me, then? Ah, words cannot well express my gladness. Thank you. Without further ado, then, I would have you deliver these missives. They are entreaties for cooperation in the restoration effort. Ordinarily, I would make the delivery myself, but I believe that the recipients would be pleased for your visit. One is Gilbriant, proprietor of the Forgotten Knight. Another is Sir Andelot of the Temple Knights, and last but not least is Mistress Ellis, our master of the markets, all of which know me well. While you see to this task, I shall look in on Audain and her daughter. Let us convene in the firmament afterwards. Bet. If it isn't Lily, what can I get you? Here you go. Will you give us food? A missive from young Francel. I can only guess how you ended up delivering it, but let's have a look. Dear Thunk, thunk. Dear Gilberunt, I pray this missive finds you well, and not bothered overmuch by the old wound. I write with regards in our efforts in the firmament, of which you will most certainly be aware. Of late, we have seen a marked increase in the number of workers on site, and we struggle to keep everyone fed. In order to alleviate this strain upon our kitchen, it is my hope that you might provide us with some hearty and wholesome provender from your own. Young Francel was always good to me back when I served his house, and I wouldn't refuse him. I'll arrange to have the meals prepared and sent to the firmament at once. You're involved in the restoration, then, I take it? Keep an eye out on the lad for me, will you? Of course. You kept an eye out for Tataru. I'll keep an eye out for Francel. Hey, bud. Well met, Lily. To what do I owe the honor this day? Here's a missive for you. A missive from Lord Francel, you say? Sir Antelope, however you say his name, my thanks for your unflagging dedication to preserving the peace in the Holy See. I write to you as overseer of the firmament reconstruction project in order to officially entreat the cooperation of the Temple Knights. The project's need for able hands will only grow, and it is my hope that your order might be amenable to dispatching a contingent of engineers to assist in our efforts. For the prosperity of our nation, I thank you for your kind consideration. I see. Though I have not the authority alone to decide, I for one should be glad were our order to lend what help we may. I shall do my utmost to see that Lord Francel has his engineers. Truth to tell, I have a personal interest in the firmament. Ere it was razed to the ground, I myself lived there, you see. Many places in Asgard offer a commanding view, but I find none finer than that of my erstwhile home. The jeweled. So didn't they? It did. I thought it did. Oh, getting close to completing the venture thing, so I might get the recruit here. I think any of these can trigger it randomly, but it didn't look like it did. Oops. Okay, I'll have to look about gearing them and making the better ones later. This car. Oh, did not give me any recruit. Hey, bud. A warm welcome to you, Mr. Lovecraft. What is it that you seek at the jeweled Crozier this evening? I'm delivering this to you, please. Oh, a missive from me, from Lord Francel. Intriguing. Dear Mistress Ellis, I pray this missive find you well in your markets bustling. I write to request your aid in acquiring heavy machinery of foreign make, intended for use of many of the foreigners lending their expertise to the restoration project. Such equipment as the Sky Steel manufacturer possesses is unfamiliar to non-ish guardians, and as such would adversely affect their ability to carry out the work. Though the connections you have established with foreign merchants, I have faith that you can procure for us that which we require. My humblest thanks for your assistance. Heavy machinery of foreign make. There will be no small coup to source such items. The merchant in me welcomes the challenge. But I say, it feels like only yesterday that Lord Francel was a little boy coming to the market with his brothers. Now he has blossomed into a well-spoken, accomplished young man. Time surely flies. Ah, forgive me my reminiscence. You may relay to my lord, it shall be my pleasure to attend to his order. Bet. Wish you could just teleport straight to the firmament instead of having to go through that. Hey, Francel. There you are, Lily. You have delivered the missives, I take it? So how did the recipients respond to my entries? They were all pretty positive. Come, do not keep me waiting. What were the recipients' responses? Both Gilbriant and Elise are willing. I'm glad am I to hear. Should do wonders for our workers' morale. As for Sir Hendelope, I know he is not wont to make promises out of hand. But I have the confidence that he will come through for us. Thanks to your kind help, I was able to personally assist Adaine and her daughter. Meanwhile, having but few possessions, they were able to promptly move to the firmament. I also managed to find a moment to pen for their missives. Lest you wonder, these are addressed to the four high houses, my own included. Each of the houses has strength that shall avail the project, and I would call upon their cooperation. I know not how a petition from an upstart, such as I, will be received, but it would not do to demand entirely anew. Nay, these missives I shall deliver myself. Lord Francel, a moment! Oh dear, there are people who have been waiting for an audience with my lord. Mistress Lily, it pains me to make such a request of you, but you will not consent to serve as but will you not consent to serve as an acting overseer and speak with the workers and residents in my lord's stead? Sure. I am truly grateful. Now, I expect that some advice will be asked of you, but I trust you to exercise your best judgment. I shall call the petitioners in turn. Whenever you are ready, you need but say the word. I hope you're paying attention to the last mission. Are you ready to receive the petitioners, my lady? Speaking with the petitioners will take several minutes. You may wish to cancel any pending beauty finder registrations. Oh, hey. I know this person. Yes, she's a friend. I recognize that Lala anyway, even without the full name. Hmm? Frentel's away again, is he? Lad's been flat out of late, helping folk get settled. And he wrote I wanted to speak with him about a big task that's coming up. We need to bring in more hands for it. The Temple Knights might dispatch engineers. I have some dragon friends looking around though. Whatever the task is, I'll take care of it. The Temple Knights might dispatch engineers. Temple Knight engineers, you say? Aye. With their knowledge and experience, I reckon they'll do nicely. I'll see to it if we're ready to begin as soon as we get approval. My thanks, Lily. It appears your advice was helpful. I don't remember if you can fail this. But yeah. What? Lord Francel isn't even here? Ah, what a waste of time. Now, sir, you mustn't say such things. You know the overseer is a busy man. We're artisans of Limsa Lominsa, charged with imparting our techniques to the locals. Our apprentices have been making good progress, and we have a mind to set them more advanced tasks. But for this, we need specialized machinery they don't have in Ishgard. We want to ask the overseer if he could have it brought in, but it seems it'll have to wait for another time. The jeweled cozier can bring in what you need. A bad knight blames his sword. The manufacturer might be able to make what you need. Nope, the jeweled cozier can bring in what you need. Truly, that's good to hear. In case you're wondering, the machinery in question is made by Naldek and Bamelias. We'll have the detail for you soon, and we'd appreciate it if you could relay them to the people at the Jeweled Cozier. It appears your advice was helpful. Hiss! A Gelly kitten suddenly appears. Beg your pardons, my lady. This little critter came here amidst cargo from the Sea of Clouds. We tried to send it on its way, but it refuses to leave. It's been lingering near the kitchen, so I suspect it's hungry. Thus far, it hasn't done any harm. But what you suppose we should do with it? I could give it the mystery scraps in my bag. Take it back to the Sea of Clouds. Gabriant will be bringing food. Meow. Purr. If I didn't know better, I'd say he had understood what you said. And it seems I've caught scent of something. I'll go and keep an eye on it. It appears your advice was helpful. Literally, the answers are what we gave missives to in the last one. Well, if it ain't Lily. You're certainly a common sight in the firmament these days. Yeah, I spent like all night in here leveling up the goldsmith. Your friend Francel, he said he has keen on the guards I was offering, so I came to discuss the details with him. Seems he ain't here though, so our talk I'll have to keep. But there was something I wanted to tell you. The other day I had occasion to meet Sir Emmerich. Busy as he is, he hasn't been able to pay a proper visit to the firmament. He knows all about your involvement, though. He was saying how grateful he was to you as Lord Speaker of the House and a private citizen both. And that's all from me. Be seeing you, Lily. That is everyone, I believe. I thank you for assisting the world in Lord Princel's stead. Speaking of whom, I expect he will return anon. Shall we await him together? Lily, you are still here. Ahem. While you were absent, my lord, Mistress Lily has been acting in your stead, attending the needs of those on site. Truly? Pray forgive me, and my ignorance. It appears I have unduly burdened you with my duties. But my own task, I am pleased to report, was not without fruit. We have received promising responses from all the high houses. Though it was largely a matter of formality, I first went to secure the support of House Hale. I then paid a visit to House Forton, which has been providing lodgings to visiting workers. There, I was given the assurance that they will increase their capacity as the need arises. Next, I knocked upon the door of Dorenadair Manor. As a house founded upon military traditions, I was informed that they had little to offer the restoration effort. Resigned, I was about to take my leave, when, by a stroke of good fortune, Lord Jenquinard, however you say that name, appeared and pledged to open a school where children might learn their letters, numbers, and stars. Last but not least, I took myself to House Zamael. Renowned for its architectural prowess, they agreed to employ their expertise for the firmament's benefit. In particular, the retired Count, Lord Tereshson, is a stonemason of unrivaled skill and passion. As a fellow artisan, Lily, I dare say you will have occasion to meet him one day. Well now, pledges of cooperation from all the high houses. Not so long ago, this would have been unthinkable. It is due to the peace we now enjoy, thanks to you, Mistress Lily. Help! Please help! Mummy, she's in trouble. Please, you have to help her. Well, take a deep breath, child, and tell us what happened to Adain. A scary inquisitor. He came and took Mummy away. She hasn't done anything wrong. Please, you can't let them hurt her. She will be fine, child. Lily and I will see to it. Now, will you show us where your mother was taken? Come, my friend. Let us follow Noelle. Do. Outside the gate. She was taken outside the gate. Fearless Dragon. How many times must I tell you, we are good dragons. I demand you let us enter at once. Radine. It's me. Marcella. Marcella? I don't know how you say that. I would have never known how to say Louisois either, so I don't know if it's similar to that, like Maswa, Marcella, or some shit like that. I have no idea. Please, my love, tell them to let us in. I'm just gonna say Marcel. What? Can it truly be? What in the Fury's name is happening here? Ah, Lord Francel, we stopped these two dragons attempting to enter the Holy See. The larger claimed to be related to this woman. Thus did I bring her hither to verify the truth. If this dragon is in fact a man, 'tis more than likely that he is a heretic and must be punished harshly, as must his kin. Forgive me, Inquisitor, but mayhap you were absent when the Lord Speaker made this his declaration? In the light of the peace we have forged with the dragons, those accused of heresy are to be accorded fair hearing and not punished out of hand. Be that as it may, it would not do to allow them to roam freely in the Holy See. It is liable to cause panic among the citizens. As you say, yet ere we rush to pass judgment, we should allow the man a chance to tell his tale. Marcel, was it? I bid you speak truthfully. Have you ever taken the life of an Ishgardian citizen? No, my lord. Upon my honor, I haven't so much as laid a claw on anyone. It's true that I chose to follow Lady Iceheart. It's true that I partake of dragon blood. Whether it's because of myself or the blood, I can't say, but my transformation was long and painful. By the time I had recovered, the war had already ended. To make matters worse, I found I couldn't revert to my original form. I took to wandering aimlessly until I chanced to encounter Alto here, who encouraged me to return home. If this man speaks true, then by our laws he has committed no crime. And you would simply believe the words of a dragon, without any proof whatsoever. You don't have any proof of wrongdoing either. From my experience, dragons are more truthful than men. The sour face he made when I said that. I shall take these two into my care. If they should cause any trouble, I will personally accept responsibility. If you would vouch for them, Lord Francel, then I shall not object. I but pray that you will not come to regret your decision. Well, it appears we have a situation in hand for the time being. Forgive us, my lord. We didn't mean to involve you in our troubles. Do not mention it. I have a responsibility to the residents of the firmament. That you and your daughter are safe is all that matters. Now we just need to decide what to do with our guests. If you finish your bickering, you can start by showing me your city. Oh yes, I dreamed of seeing it for a long time. I suppose there is no harm in that. But it would afford us the opportunity to discuss your situation further, and it would afford us. Come with me, then, to the firmament. Me through. Come on. Why can't I jump over there? Damn invisible walls. Where is Finzel? The over by the Maddock. I figured he was somewhere over in this general direction. Specifically why, you'll see later. He was further than I thought, though. Which means I could have teleported to that one. It appears all are present. Good. So, Marcel. El Tuo. Though you are my guest, I trust you can appreciate that your troubles are not yet over. Yours in particular, Marcel. Though you are Ishgardian as a heretic and dragon both, you place your family in an exceedingly difficult position. But, ere I speak further, we should hear Odine's thoughts on the matter. It's only because our nation has changed that I can admit this now, but I too once supported Lady Iceheart's vision. I couldn't well commit myself to her cause, though. That would mean forsaking our family. But he did so anyway. He forsook us, left us to fend for ourselves, and look at him now! Worse still, he's brazen enough to show his face in Ishgard and runs afoul of an inquisitor. If it weren't for my lord's intervention, we might have been executed there and then. Forgive me, but I don't know. After all that's happened, I don't know if I can, if I want to take him back. Please give me some time to think. I just wanted to see the two of you again. Ah, you finally meet your family and all you can do is stammer and sulk. Have some stones, for heaven's sake. Enough of your tedious troubles. I came to see a city, and I'm going to see one. Well, wait. Apologies, Lily, but will you not go and keep an eye on Elto? I've not had the chance to inform the residents, and it would not do to cause panic. Okay. You got my gratitude. Now it seems she headed into the new nest. If you hurry, you should be able to find her. It seems men don't change very much as they grow. However do they become able to fly, I wonder? We don't fly. Oh, it's you? What is it? As I've already said, I won't harm anyone. I'll have you know that my sire is Goblin of the noble line of Radakashkir, and like our esteemed ancestor, I will fill the skies with beauteous songs. Now, you may be wondering what events led to my being here. I've been on a journey to learn the ways of men, you see, but one I met was more interested in skewering me than speaking. I mightn't be alive if Marcel hadn't come to my aid. Though our kinds are meant to be at peace again, not all men are ready to accept dragons as friends. The opposite is true too, of course. Look, I'd sooner not be caught by unfriendly men, so perhaps I'll return with you after all. He is he still stammering and sulking? Hopeless, I tell you. Adine, Noel, Dane, Adine. Not sure how you say her name. Seems there was no alarm caused. My thanks for finding Alto, Lily. While you were gone, I took the opportunity to inform the residents about our guest. While all now understand the situation, whether they accept it is another question. Lord Francel, might we have a word? Lily, could you wait with Marcel and Alto yonder while I speak with these good folk? Sure. Come on, dragons. We had heard that there were dragons in the firmament, and it appears the rumors were true. One of them near killed me in the war, tore me open the length of my back. They say the larger one used to be a man, but the mere sight of him makes the scar ache unbearably. My daughter, she was murdered by those wretched heretics. It's easy to say there's peace now, but it's not so easy to forget. I too lost a dear brother to the dragons. Believe me when I say I understand that some wounds do not heal. I will not force you to accept Marcel, yet despite his appearance, he is but another Ishgardian, no different from ourselves, so I ask that you withhold your judgment for the time, that you give him a chance. If you say so, then very well, my lord. Forgive me, Lord Francel. It seems my presence brings only pain. Come now. There is not a single soul in the nation who hasn't known suffering. You not least of all, my friend. If you are willing, will you not share with us how you came to be a heretic? Somewhere in your tale we may find the key to winning over the doubters. To thaw a frozen heart. Come, Marcel, tell us your tale. I used to be a craftsman, making sundry necessities on request. It wasn't much, but it was a living for me and my family. When our home burned down, I took to repairing other people's belongings in exchange for scraps of food. Though it was necessary to keep us from starving, knowing that each mouthful I earned meant less for our fellows, the unfairness of it all was too much to bear. So I cast my lot with Lady Iceheart, with dreams of making lives better for the common folk. But in the end, all I succeeded in doing was forsaking my loved ones. I would make amends to my family, if they will let me. As I am now, I'm not but a burden to them. That's the last thing I wish to be. I see. My thanks for opening your heart to us. Thus father says, men tend to overthink things. Perhaps one is made to think more when one's life is fleeting. That may well be the case, my friend, but it makes our feelings no less true for it. And Marcel's feels the keenest regret, one born of the love he bears for his family. If his fellow Ishgardians can be made to understand this. You said that you were once a craftsman. If you were to make for the people such items as they find needful, as you once did, I dare say you could express your feelings better than any words can. Express my feelings? Altered as my hands are, I know not how well I can perform the work, but very well, my lord. I'll try my very best. I am certain you will. Now, as for the items you might craft, I believe you best know those things which will delight your wife and child. The question is what may serve to please your detractors. The two men who approached, the older recently moved to the firmament with his son's family. They arrived with naught but the shirts on their back, and I imagine they would need of household items such as dining utensils. And there is the younger fellow, the retired soldier whose scar troubles him. He might appreciate an unguent of some description to relieve the ache. Would such items be within your abilities to prepare? I believe so, my lord. I know a place in New Nest where Marcel may do his work. Pray come with me. We're gonna make this long because I want to complete this in this video. Because I think when we get to the end of this, it's going to require us to be level 70 in a crafter or otherwise. So I think we're going to like hit a wall. I have no idea what men use all this for, but it looks interesting. These stalls were built for the district's residents. I have taken the liberty of securing one for Marcel's use. Seems I can make use of this place, and all the equipment and materials besides. Aye, whatever you find here is yours to use as you see fit. Now, is there aught else you might require? Mistress Lily, Alto, might I trouble you to obtain 2 items for me? One is a healing herb for the young gun, and the other a dye. I would go about attaining them myself, but I'm liable to cause panic. Alto is small enough to remain inconspicuous, at least, and can fly besides. But of course, I'd be happy to help. You may leave the herbs to me. If I may task you with the dye, that is 2 pots of cream yellow I require. I've heard that a woman named Elion at the Medicant's court deals in all manners of wares. Perhaps you can inquire with her. I can, and I will. Give me the dye. Cream yellow, 2 pots. Here you go. Were you able to obtain the dye? You bet. Here you go. Yes, this is it. I shall put it to use at once. I've already finished the utensils, and thanks to you, the presents for my family will soon be ready. Now I just need Alto to return with the herbs. Seeing as all is proceeding apace, I believe it's time to arrange a gathering. The area atop yonder steps should serve as a venue. Would you be so kind as to bear the word to the people? Again, I don't remember how to say his name. I don't know if I have ever known how to say his name. With pleasure, my lord. Mistress Lily, perhaps you would like to be the one to seek out Mistress Adine? I dare say she would be more willing to attend at your invitation. Bet. Where is she? I don't think there's a closer one. I could be wrong. No, I guess maybe we could have cut over there. I don't know. I don't know if that's a place we could cut around, but we can just get up all these stairs. Ah, we could have, yeah. He's right by the place. Daddy's a dragon? Oh, it's you, milady. Is there something you need? Will you come at an invitation, please? I see, it's just like him to do this. But even though he's my husband, the decision to accept a dragon is too much for a mere commoner such as me to bear. And when I think about my daughter, when I imagine how the other children might mock her, I just don't know. On a long journey, the first step is often the hardest to take. Sometimes we need to have faith in one another. On a long journey, I don't know how you do it, but your words give me courage. To simply talk with you instills me with a sense of hope. And knowing that there are decent folks such as yourself and Lord Princell around, I feel as though all will be well in the end. Alright, we'll be there, Noelle and I. We'll hear what Marcel has to say. Thank you, milady. Let's go. Waiting, waiting, waiting. What is this? We were told Lord Princell had summoned us, but you're an ordinary Ishgardian just like you. I'm also a craftsman. With help from some friends, I've made something for each of you. It isn't much, but please accept it. Dining utensils? Ours is a big family, so these would be certainly useful. I hope that they serve you well. You may struggle to believe it, but I used to be your neighbor. Before I took on this form, I made whatever it was folk needed, and it's my hope that I can put my skills to use again for the people of the firmament. My scar flares up on cool, dry days. This an agent should take the edge off the pain. This is kind of you. No, to be so young and open-minded. I know that you've done us no ill, but I can't simply forgive and forget the heretics for what they did. You have lost a great deal, and we would not diminish your suffering by asking you to change your views. Yet, in spite of yourself, might you not try to see the individual before you as simply that? An individual, deserving of a chance. I'm sorry. I know I'm not being fair. Come, it wouldn't do to strain yourselves. If you would follow me, good sirs, I will find you some refreshment. Dine, Noelle. I have something for you two as well. Aren't these our clothes? Let's put them on, Mummy. Let's put them on. It's exactly the same as the one I lost in the fire. You remember, Daddy? You remembered how much I love this coat and this color. You may be a dragon now, but I don't mind at all. My friend Mayel said that dragons are nice. So you're friends with the other girl that got thrown off the roof by the fucking Inquisitor dude. It must have been difficult to make these with those hands. It's plain that you still think of us. And yet you abandoned us when we needed you most. You left us to face the worst of the war alone, and I hated you for it. And so, I know. What I did was unforgivable, and I don't have the right to be with you and Noel. I'll leave this place for good and all. No, no, no. Listen to the end, will you? What I want to say is, I can't give you a definite answer right this moment, but I'm willing to give us another chance. If you're still the man that I once knew, then perhaps we can work through this problem together, like we've worked through others. If this is enough for you for now, then you're welcome at our new home. It is. It's more than I could ever ask for. Thank you, Adine. Thank you again, my lady, for instilling me with the courage to take the first step. Forgiveness won't come overnight, and we still have a long journey ahead of us. But if we have faith in one another, I'm confident that we'll find happiness again. If you can spare another moment, would you accompany me to find Lord Francel? I wish to thank you and him both for the second chance I have with my loved ones. After I returned with the herds, Francel told me to hold the fort with him. Where's this fort? Please allow me to thank both you and Francel properly. There you are, Lily. Has told me all. I'm glad for you, my friend. Your honest feelings have reached the hearts of the people, your families included. Yes, my lord. I've been given a second chance with my family, and I owe it all to you and Mistress Lily. This is hardly enough to express my gratitude, but I made something for you as well. Won't you do me the honor of trying it on? Well now, this is hardly necessary, but I shall humbly accept it. A moment of it, if you will. If you would. 'Tis a perfect fit, and such a dashing design besides. My thanks for this fine gift. Huh, and where's my gift? Without me, Marcel would still be stammering and sulking out in the snow somewhere. And let's not forget the herbs as well. Indeed, little one. For rendering aid to a citizen of Ishgard, you are deserving of recognition. Until now, dragons have been permitted entry to the Holy See only on special occasions. But if you wish it, in my authority as overseer, I shall arrange it so that you may freely come and go from the firmament. Would that suffice, by way of gift? Oh, I could live with that. I've always wanted to observe how men live. Now then, I must be returning to my duties. But if there is any further trouble, do not hesitate to call upon me. I think there's still going to be another series of quests before what I was talking about, so we might be cutting this off after this. Last but not least, allow me to thank you too. If it weren't for you, I likely would have been executed as a heretic. And worse than that, I would have remained estranged from my family. Please accept this as a small token of my undying gratitude. I pray that it serves you well in your adventures. He gave me oyster. I don't. Why do you give me oysters? I don't like seafood. Road. The song had wings. Yeah, I think we are gonna cut this off. just because I think it would just be too much in one video. So anyway, especially if it's not marked at level 70, then there's going to be a lot more stuff to do as well. But anyway, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one where we do Alto's mission. Or however you say her name.